Has there been a particular story that has fundamentally been rewarding to you of an individual that Amaudo successfully rehabilitates and how they were successfully integrated into the community as a productive member of society? Can you share a story that can help, that can contextualize all of the things we've been talking about here today?
I think the story that comes to mind is one man who we rehabilitated. Like I said, after the rehabilitation, he was able to, he's from Ebonyi State anyway. He was able to go back to school and completed his training in secondary school, and then got his admission into the university and read law. And of course, he graduated from the university, and of course had his admission to the Nigerian Law School. And of course, today he is a practicing lawyer with his own firm. And I think it's quite exciting with his own firm. So the church, Methodist Church, was so excited, and the church funded his training in the Nigerian Law School because it was like, can this be possible? And they said, if you get your admission, we will fund. And it was funded. I'm also excited about one case also, that a man had a mental health problem. And after rehabilitation, we encouraged the family to marry for the man. They were hesitant. But one day I was in a program and somebody ran to me and said, "Oh, Reverend." I said, "Wow, how are you?" He said, "I'm fine." And he was looking in a convention, in a program. Imagine that kind of thing. How will I not be excited for that person to be able to attend a conference? And I said, "How are you?" He said, "I'm fine." And he said, "Reverend, come and see my wife." Wonderful. Is it happening in a dream? And I was like, where is the woman? I have to congratulate that woman and come and see the amazing, beautiful wife that he has. And today, he's a very happy man in his family. There are many more cases.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you very, very much for every time to come shed light on the very important work that's been done on Amaudo. I really, really enjoyed this conversation. I've learned a lot, and I'm not going to stop here. I'm going to continue educating myself, continue to leave reference to the work that's been done, continue to tell somebody, and I don't know. I would also play my parts with everything. I have the account number, right? I was the one that particularly asked for it in the presentation that you gave, because I actually fundamentally believe that come on, if I know where some of my money is going to, it helps me sleep better at night. It doesn't matter. Maybe when I want to just buy something that I might probably not need, that costs a little bit of amount of money, I can just say, oh, if I send this money here, it's going to be actually impacting the lives of somebody. So that's why I particularly asked for it, and I'm going to leave it on here for people to actually see.
Thank you very much, Tony, for this opportunity. I think it's a great one because talking about what Amaudo is doing is something that if we have a platform to talk about, we feel much excited and privileged about it. So I want to thank you for creating this opportunity. And I want to encourage people, especially those who may have people who have mental health problems. I mean, that's not the end of it. A lot of people have recovered. A lot of people are doing well. Do not, allow the stigma and the rejection to weigh you down. Just come out. Be responsible for the mental health and for your mental health. A lot of young people are committing suicide. That is not the best. Young people from our universities today, because of what they are passing through, committing suicide is not the best. Share your mental health issue with somebody. Talk to somebody about your mental health. And maybe you are talking to the right person who will be able to talk to the right person who will help you to come out of that problem. You don't need to take your life. And we need to encourage our people. Please take responsibility. Do not mind what this life is talking about or what people are saying. If there is no mental health, you cannot manage anything. Mental health is key to leadership. Mental health is key to professionalism. Mental health is key to anything you have to talk about. If you lose your mental health, you will not be able to, and mental illness is enduring. We don't need to excite people by thinking that it is something, but it is not good to go into it. There are a lot of things we can do, live our better life instead of indulging in drug abuse and of course what is happening in Nigeria and other countries. We don't need to engage in that. Do not allow frustration to make you, and do not allow yourself to show people that you are the most powerful person and you engage in drugs. Those things are not. Live your normal and clean life, and life is what you give it. It will give back to you, and you can easily get to the point where you are heading to. It doesn't. There is nobody whom you are competing with. I mean, our young population are being, brainwashed that they can do one or two things. I mean, we don't need to see these things. Why should we have a young man who is very healthy to be naked on the streets? I mean, we are compounding the cases of mental illness, and it's a huge challenge. Let us not borrow lives. Our life is a supportive life. We have a heritage as Africans. We have a heritage as Nigerians. But I don't think that Nigeria is what it should be now. We are people that support one another. And when there is this healthy communal living, I am telling us that these stresses will get away, anxieties will get away, depression will get away. Let us value our heritage. We are a community people. We are a communitarian people. We are not individualistic people. We are people that are together. And Amaudo is preaching this to us and telling us this. Take responsibility. And we want to encourage the government. You cannot have a population that people are mentally ill. People are mentally ill. How can we have over 30 million Nigerians that are not that are mentally ill? That means we are having a population of people who are mentally ill. A nation in a nation that are mentally ill. There are nations that have up to 30 million population, and Nigeria is having more than 30 million people. Whom are we leading? Whom are we taking care of? Why can we be hiding and we have our brothers on the streets? Why don't we develop our psychiatric institutions? Why don't we encourage the government to invest in psychiatry? Why is this institutional stigmatization against mental illness? Why is it that there is no fund for mental health? Why are people crying? Why must people bleed before funding will be released to mental health facilities? Why is there no community approach to mental health care in Nigeria? Let us take responsibility. It is for all of us and for our generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.